So today we'll discuss about quantitative risk analysis problem. So here the risk is analyzed in numbers. So first we need to discuss about some variables, theory part, then we'll go for the problem. We have two problems here. The first thing, asset value. Asset value in the sense value of an asset. Like if you are taking server as an asset, the value of the asset means how much is the cost of server in dollars. Exposure factor is the second one. It is the estimated percentage of asset value that will be lost in the event of a risk. If a risk occurs, like flood or earthquake, if something happens, okay, so how much percentage of asset value will be lost? It will be in percentage, 50% or 20%, 30%, maybe 100%. Okay. Then ARO, that means annual rate of occurrence. That means how many times this type of risk occur in a year. Okay, you get me? First thing is the problem we are going to discuss is quantitative risk analysis. So we have to analyze the risk in numbers. So asset value is the first variable we have to discuss. Value of the asset. So if I take server, what is the cost of the server in dollars? Exposure factor, if a risk occurs, how much percentage of asset value will be lost, like 50%, 20%, 30%, like that. Then annual rate of occurrence, ARO, means in a year how many times this type of risk occurs. Then SLE, single loss expectancy. So one time if that risk occurs, how much loss it will the company is expecting. So SLE equals AV, asset value, into exposure factor. That's the formula. Then annualized loss expectancy. That means in a year, how much loss the company is expecting. That is formula ALE equals SLE, the single loss expectancy, into how many times that risk occur, that is ARO. So SLE into single loss expectancy into annualized rate of occurrence, ARO. Okay, this is not the theory part. Again, I'm repeating. We have quantitative risk analysis problem. That means we are going to check analyze the risk in numbers. So for a company, the value of assets, say server cost, exposure factor. If a risk occurs, how much percentage of asset value will be lost? Annual rate of occurrence, ARO, means in a year how many times that risk occur. Single loss expectancy equal to asset value into exposure factor. So how much amount of is the amount of server, then how much percentage of loss will occur if a risk occur. Then annualized loss expectancy, ALE, means in a year how much money you will lose. That is SLE, single loss expectancy, into ARO. ARO means in a year how many times risk occur. This is the theory part. These are the formulas. Okay. Now I'm just putting a simple problem. Let's an IT company has let's assume that an IT company's critical server, the asset values, say $1 lakh. AV. So AV is $1 lakh. There's a risk of server crash due to vulnerability. Okay, due to some vulnerability, the server will be crashing. Okay. If the server crashes, the company estimates that 50% of asset value will be lost. So exposure factor, EF, equal to 50%. 50% means 50 by 100 yani 0.5. Now calculate single loss expectancy, SLE equals AV into EF. So $1 lakh into 0.5, you will get 50,000. That's the expected loss, single loss expectancy. Now assume that this thing happens in a year, 2 times in a year. So annual rate of occurrence, AR equal to 2. So annual loss expectancy in a year, how much money you are expecting to lose? Okay, ALE equal to SLE into ARO. So ARO is 2 times, so 3,000 into that 2 will get $1 lakh. So this is that problem. Another one as a scenario. TechStart owns. There's a technical, say, technology company, tech savvy company. They have a critical server worth. Their server cost is $20,000. That means the asset value is $20,000. History shows it tends to crash twice a year. So 2 times a year it will crash. So ARO equal to 2. And every crash wipes out half of its value in downtime and repair cost. So that means 50% of asset value lost during every risk. So EF exposure practically 50%. Now, what is the annual loss? For that, we should first calculate single loss expectancy, then only annual loss. Okay. So first thing, SLE single loss expectancy equal to AB into what? EF. So here again AB equal to, so SLE equal to AB is see $20,000. So 20,000, okay, into what is exposure factor EF for 50%. 50% means 50 by 100, so 0.5. How we get 50% is 0.5? So see here EF equal to, they told 50%. 50% yani Baba, 50% means 50 by 100 is equal to 0.5, right? You can check that, you can just calculate it. Okay, so see here, calculator, go here. So 50 divided by 100. 0.5. Now if it is 25%, so if EF is 25% means 25 divided by 100%, means divided by 100, 0.25. If it is 75%, so 75 divided by 0.75. Okay, now you get me what I'm telling. 50% is 50 by 100, that is 0.5. Now you got SL equal to $20,000 into 0.5, so I'll calculate SLE 20,000. So total 40 into 0.5. It is 10,000. Okay. So equal to 10,000. Now what I need? Annual loss ALE. ALE equal to SLE into what? ARO. ARO means annual rate of occurrence. How many times this will happen in 1 year? 2. So again, ALE equal to SLE is $10,000, right? $10,000 into ARO is 2. So it will be like $20,000. This is what how you calculate ALE. So first you should know what is the worth of the server, that is asset value AB. Then how many times it will crash in a year? So ARO is 2. Then after every crash, half of its value, okay, is lost. So EF equal to 50%. If it is 75% means 75 by 100. Then what is the annual loss cost or annual loss expectancy? So that we need calculate SLE, because ALE equal to SLE into ARO. So SLE equal to AD into EF. You want the value. Now ALE equal to SLE into ARO. That's the problem. Hope you understood.